home in the man in motion left. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Beckham the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. Manning now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Darquan. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Manning is going to go for a big play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Browns offensively getting ready to take the field again. If you take a step back, Charles, last 2 years for the Browns, 1-31, worst 2-year stretch in the 98-year history of the NFL. Everybody knows that story. And the playoff drought at 14 years. Where does this franchise turn?
It's one of the great questions, because I was on the record last spring that their draft looked about as professional a draft as you could have. 3 first-rounders, all of them became starters for them when you think about it. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Jabril Peppers at defensive back, and David Njoku at tight end. All of them contributed. It looked like they were making progress. They've just simply forgotten how to win as an organization, a franchise, as a team. That's the number one thing. Get a win. Get 2 wins, and maybe they can start to turn this thing around.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go! Ohio!
In motion right comes Gordon. They'll send Gordon in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Kaiser. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be resigned, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. On the run, Darkwa. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Manning. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first down is Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now Manning on the bootleg. Going right side here, and that's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's Darkwa. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Manning. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Slot man moves right. Second down, Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. In motion right comes Gordon.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Flex round. Hut.
They go play action. Kaiser. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
In motion right comes Gordon. On 3rd down, Kaiser. This is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
They begin with a run by Crowell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Getting all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Gets it to Gordon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Halfback sent in motion. On 1st and 10, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Line offensively, Kaiser urging them to move faster. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Buying time to his left. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 40. first down. Kaiser eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And the back goes into motion. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now out come the Giants. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run with Darquan. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Manning. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Here's a give to Crowell. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were...
But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
This is Crowell. Look at the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
To throw, Kaiser. Going long for Coates. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake. Manning sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Manning forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Kaiser now to throw on first down. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Again, it's Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. First down throw for Kaiser. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll throw here. Kaiser dancing to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Halfback sent in motion. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Let's go.
From the gun, Kaiser. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get a score closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go. Flex round. Ohio. Come on, let's go. What? None. Flex round.
Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
Okay.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Let's go. What? None. Flex round.
Again, it's Crowell. He stiff-arms him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Flex round. Ohio.
In motion right is the running back. To throw is Kaiser. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Gets past one man. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And the big tight end shifting around. On play action. Now Manning. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Manning. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Really nice starting field position. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run with Crowell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Kaiser. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's Kaiser. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
And the back goes into motion. Kaiser to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards to go here on second down. Manning to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
In motion right comes Gordon. They'll toss it to Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Kaiser. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand flex round.
Kaiser. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And, Charles, I guess that's what you call a welcome to the NFL moment here for this guy.
Brandon, it's almost assuredly a game winner, too. I tell you, the leash can be short sometimes on rookie kickers. We know that. But I think he buys himself a little leeway with this one. That was one heck of a kick in a pressure spot.
This will be taken in at the 1. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.